Hello and welcome to Tuner Tips by Todderbert. In front of us we have the PowerAdd EnergyCell NEO. This is a 15,000 milliamp hour fast charging power bank. I got mine for $9.99 on Amazon. Right now I think they're retailing for $15.99, but there is a Type-C version, Type-C input for $9.99 at the time of this video. So hopefully when this airs, you'll be able to pick this up for $10 because it is an amazing bargain for $10. PowerAdd. I've reviewed one of theirs before, and I figured why not grab another one. There you go, some information there on the back. Let's go ahead and open this up, see what we get for our $10. Always looking for cheap power deals, and I'm finding them. So, all right, so PowerAdd comes in a little bag. So we have cable, instructions, happy. Box is empty, put that aside. So are we happy? Question mark. So there you go, PowerAdd. Okay, contact them, it looks like. Not happy. Not pretty happy. This is a cool power bank. Let's see, get a charging cable. This is the micro USB version. Some people will like that because a lot of the radios have micro USB. So why change? So I don't blame you. There you go. Next we have the little instruction manual. It's really nice to get, even though these things are very simple. There you are. More stats. As you can see, it's got two outputs at 3 amps each. Micro input, 2 amps in. You know, 2 amps in for a 15,000 milliamp hour power bank is not too bad. Of course, charge your phone, tablets. Of course, we'll be charging our radios and flashlights with this. Or tablets, depending on what you want to do. It'll do it all. Does it pretty well, too. And then our last page. There you go. Okay, so let's go look at the power bank. I guess it comes in a nice little pouch. I like this. The Miyati, the HYD003 that I reviewed in a similar price range, comes with a hard case. It would have been nice to see that with this one, but I'll show you that to you in a second. Let's go ahead and do a little size dimension here. So for dimensions, we have 4 1/4 inches in length. We have a width of 2 3/4 inches. We have a thickness of 1 inch. Not bad. So I like these compact supplies. They're really nice. They're handy. Don't necessarily need the largest of large, but I'm going to go ahead and bring this up a little bit. All right, so for size comparison, I have the Miyati HYD003. They still make this one. This is a 15,000 milliamp hour power bank, and it sells for around $10, and it comes with a hard shell case. But the performance of the PowerAdd clearly knocks this one out of the water. Next we have the NinjaBatt. This is the 10,000 milliamp hour power bank I reviewed about a year ago. This is the, what is this, the PS039. And yeah, that one's pretty good. You picked this one up for like $8 to $10, and it doesn't deliver as much power as this one. And you can see it's not much smaller. So yeah, things have gotten better. Cheaper and more capacity. Gotta like that. And then if you want to see the one I just reviewed, the monster. This is the frame here. This is the big brother. This is the 26,800 milliamp hour power bank. At the time of this video, I checked the price on it. It was $13.99 versus $9.99. For $4 more, you're getting a huge amount of more power. If you're just charging low power devices, this is the way to go. If you need 3 amp output, this is the way to go. The 3 amp output on this one I found out wasn't as advertised, and this was like a 2.1 output, and this was definitely 3. But yeah, still a power leader. Huge power. Gotta love it. But I thought I'd show it to you. And of course I have a deck of cards over here somewhere. I think I do. Yeah, here we go. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He needs an energy cell in each and every hand. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. There you go. A deck of cards. It's almost the size of a deck of cards. Gotta love it. All right. So, Iron Man. All right. So, the PowerAdd. Let's check out the features. Pretty basic power supply. You know, it's again pretty compact. My hands aren't huge, so yeah, this is nice. Button on the front there. Turn it on. 4 status LEDs for your battery level. Okay, they seem pretty accurate. Noticed. We got this textured finish here. It's got kind of a design here. This PowerAdd, and yeah, you can see it's like a textured black matte finish, and it's plastic. On the back here, we have some writing. Let's see if I can't get it into focus for you guys. There you go. Gives your outputs and your input there. We'll go over what my findings were. On the business end, we have the input micro USB, 2 amps in. And then you have your 2 standard USB outs. Expect 3 amps on each one. If you're combining, doing 2 at once, you're probably going to get a combined output of 3 amps. So it's going to divide it up depending on the device and what draw is happening. But yeah, it doesn't state it, but it's definitely not going to give you 6 amps out total. So it's only going to give you 3 total, I believe. That's what I was finding out when I was testing it. So there it is, the PowerAdd. It's pretty simple. So let's tell you about the delivered energy. So that's the most important. The delivered power was 10,333 milliamp hours, or 51.97 watt hours, of course at 5 volts. The average draw was 1.5 amps, using my iPad as the device I was charging. I like to use real world devices versus a dummy load. Probably dummy load would be more accurate, but in a real world situation, when you're charging phone and tablets, I kind of wanted to know what it would do, because you have varying amperages between 1.25 to 1.75, sometimes up to 2. But yeah, averaging 1.5, that's what you're going to get. That's an amazing deal, because if we compare it to the HYD, here we are, the 003, the one I just reviewed, this one here delivered 8,822 versus 10,333. That's a big difference. This only delivered 44 watt hours. This delivered 51 watt hours. Similar draw. Now for price, if you can still pick this one up for $10, it is the way better value. If this is $16.99, you just pick up the NinjaBatt 20,000 milliamp hour supply and call it done. That's a nice power bank, which you guys have seen on my channel. And I'll have linked in here probably. So if not, search NinjaBatt. That's a good one. Like Mr. Bat, NinjaBatt. Love it. But yeah, way better deal. The only reason why you'd want to buy this one is to get the free case. That's about it, really. Because it's just a better performing supply. So let's go ahead and do a little demo. And then, of course, you really don't need final thoughts, but we'll give them to you anyway. What I like to do is hook up this X-Star. I got this VC8 Plus. It's going to kind of show you. It's got 18650s in it. Yeah, I know. It takes an input of 5 volts at 2 amps or 9 volts at 2 amps, which means, you're 18 watts. But it's only going to do the 2 amps because this only does 5 volts. But I'm going to try to get this on the camera here, showing you that all the bays are filled and show you that it does fire up. Now, when I was doing its bigger brother, this one couldn't do it. It couldn't supply enough power to do all 8 cells, but this one will. So we'll plug it in. Let's see here, I think it's upside down. I got my trusty meter here. Okay. And we're going to hit the button to start it up. And what's going to do is it's going to take a while to get these started here. You'll see it fluctuate until it steadies out. And it's going to default down to 1/4 amp for each cell. So I got 8 cells in here, and it'll do a 2 amp total. Just got to wait for it to get all set up. You'll see these flashing on and off here, these banks, until they're receiving enough power. Nice thing is you'll notice this voltage does not drop. It'll stay at nice 5 volts, pretty much solid. This one here would drop way below 5 volts, and that was kind of an issue. I think that's why I was tripping and triggering and not allowing this charger to do what it can. So we're going to watch it. You saw it jump to 2.28. A little bit of voltage drop there, 4.98. That's not a big deal. It's drawing a really nice amount of power there. So now it's all working perfectly. So you can see, if you can see on the edge there, these are all charging at 1/4 amp a piece. And it's having no trouble supplying that power to this 8-bay charger. It's staying right around 5 volts. That's a thing of beauty. So you can portable charge 8 batteries at once. You will dump this fairly quickly, I imagine, doing that. But there you go. It's able to do it. It's awesome. Okay, so let's do what we will be doing with our power banks typically. This is nice to have because then we can charge up for our radios and flashlights. But you can also use single, 1 amp chargers and things like that. Let's get that out of the way. But it's nice to do 8 at once. Loving that. So let's see, what else I would use this for? I would use this to charge my radios. Yeah, so Handy dandy radio. What do we got handy over here? We got a Texan PL330. And then what else do I got? I got a radio. What if you're doing a little DX expedition somewhere and you got your radios out there and you're running out of power? You need to plug in. Here we go. We got an XH Data D808. There we are. Get them on the table. And yeah, it's a simple, plug them in, off you go. I'm not going to put a meter on them. I mean, I don't think you need it. But these will automatically turn on. That's a nice thing. When I'm using that Rui Dang power meter, USB meter, you have to hit the power button to initiate it. But when you don't have that, you don't have to do that. So you just plug it in and automatically starts charging. Let's plug in the Texan. So now we got our 2 radios going. Not bad. Again, you could be charging your cell phone or your tablet too. If you're using a tablet with, say, a cellular connection, you can check shortwave schedules on the fly. That'd be pretty nice. But as you can see, it's charging these radios. This one here lights up, has charge elapsed time, charging indicator there. The XH Data is just a very simple. So I can show you, it's got a little LED. There you go. Charging there, that's showing that. So again, very simple. So if you're charging this radio, this will probably do it 10 times. If you're charging this radio, it's going to do about 5 times. This is a 1,000 milliamp hour battery, and this is a 2,000 milliamp hour battery. Just to give you an idea. And of course, this is very simple, 10,000 output, which is amazing for the money. But there it is, yeah, charging too. And then of course, if you had your rechargeable flashlights, which I don't have any at the bench at the moment, but that would work fine. Some 18650 flashlights with a Type-C interface. You just use a cable that goes from USB to Type-C, like you saw that charger using. So yeah, there it is. Cool. So let's go ahead and unplug this stuff here and do our final thoughts on the PowerAdd EnergyCell NEO, they call this. I really like the LEDs the way they're 2 and 2 like that. It's a pretty neat setup. I'm liking that a lot. Let's go ahead and set these radios off to the side. We'll do a close-up and final thoughts on the power bank. Yeah, so in this day and age, this is the way to go. No doubt about it. Get yourself in this range, this 15,000 milliamp hour range. I believe it's using 3 21700s. It's thick enough. I don't think why they wouldn't. Getting that amazing power delivery. I know it's the same thing on this power bank. This uses 6 21700s, and as you can see, it's the same company, and it's kind of the same thickness, and pretty much the same edge diameter. If I can show it, let's see. Get the camera here. Yeah, this one's almost taller, so give you an idea. But yeah, definitely the way to go. PowerAdd, add more power. Gotta love it. So yeah, again, size of a deck of cards, no brainer. Again, it definitely trumps the old school Mr. Batts that I used to do. They don't have these anymore, but I love them. They've been great little power banks. I still use them, and they're just fantastic for pocket portability. But this one's so much closer to the same size. Why not get yourself this one? Definitely. They have a Duracell 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that's the same size as this thing, and they want like $30 for it. It's ridiculous. So there you go. The EnergyCell NEO gets a recommended buy all day long if it stays around 10 or 12 bucks. If this thing goes to 15, 16 bucks, like I say, just do yourself a favor. Pick up a NinjaBatt 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. Get the same features. I think with a Type-C input output, which is even better. And that one's around $15.99 when it's on sale. So hopefully I have links to that if I remember. If not, just search Todderbert NinjaBatt. It'll come up. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like these inexpensive power banks, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of deals. When things go on sale, a lot of times I post the deal before I do the video. That way you get it before it disappears. A lot of times I can't buy it and review it fast enough before it's gone. But that's usually how that works. And 3, comment below what you think about the PowerAdd NEO. Is it something you'd want? All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.